even it's fake news. So it is with G-Luv. How you going? Okay, well, this week's a little bit random, but yeah, we've got an anonymous American friend of mine coming in for a little bit of a chat. Something he's found out, which I think everyone needs to know. It's pretty big. Pretty big stuff about like who our masters are. You know, you might want to know who you're obeying with your silly fucking directives. But yeah, anyway, check this out. An anonymous American friend, how are you going?
So if you haven't had your mind blown in a while, I am about to blow it up.
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, I have it blown all the time, but go on, hit me.
Follow me. So BlackRock and Vanguard own everything.
And just what do you mean when you say everything?
And I mean everything. So for example, you can find all of this on Yahoo Finance. Go there, type in a company, look at the ownership breakdown.
I've totally already done that, and yeah, confirm 100%. And no matter what company you fucking type in there, it comes up. Yep, I'm with you.
This is Pepsi. Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street. This is Coca-Cola. These are the food brands they own. I'm telling you, just go to Yahoo Finance and look it up. This is no bullshit. They own Twitter, they own Facebook, they own Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google and YouTube. They own Apple, they own Microsoft.
That's like basically every company that makes an online experience happen. Like, yeah, they own online, so yeah, they own everything about it. So think about it.
Enormous investors in Android. So Apple and Android, both owned by them.
IBM?
They own IBM.
Intel?
They own Intel. They own all the software companies and computer companies that you would look at social media on, which they own the social media companies. They own the travel booking companies. They own the airplane companies.
What about the oil companies?
They own Shell. They own BP. They own Exxon. They own the mining companies that we use.
But what about farming?
They own the agricultural industry and the machines used to harvest that agriculture. They own Big Pharma.
Not the banking system, though.
They own the banks, so they hold your money. They also own Visa. They own MasterCard. They own practically everything. They work closely with the federal government, giving them loans and grants. They own the media you watch, CBS, NBC, CNN, HBO, TNT, Stars. And feel free to fact check me. Go to Yahoo Finance, type in these companies, and look at the top 4 or 5 stockholders. You will find Vanguard and BlackRock and sometimes Berkshire Hathaway at the top every time.
So who are Vanguard and BlackRock?
The more companies you type in, the more this is going to freak you out. So who invests in Vanguard and BlackRock, and who does Vanguard and BlackRock invest their money into? The Clintons, the Bushes, the Obamas, Schiff, Pelosi, Schumer, McConnell.
Yeah, no surprises there, but who owns Vanguard?
So when you go to look up who owns Vanguard, it's private. That's where it gets tricky, because these people like to keep a low profile. The Orsini family, the Bush Foundation, and the Bush family, and both of them are Skull and Bones alum from Yale. If you want to go like hopping down that rabbit hole, that's a whole nother story. The royal family, some of the other names I'm sure you've heard of are the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Vanderbilt family, and if you look closely, who is that? Anderson Cooper, Mr. CNN.
Yeah, that dude actually looks like a fucking alien. Like, seriously, he's the creepiest dude ever. Fucking, yeah, ugh. Mate, yeah, I'd be worried if I fucking had that thing walking around my house at night time.
These two companies, along with State Street and Berkshire Hathaway, make roughly 86% of the money in the world. Go look it up. It is all there if you're willing to take the time to research.
Yes, therein lies the problem, because anyone that sees this and says it's bullshit won't actually look it up, because they don't do that shit, do they? They just say bullshit and don't want to face it. Cognitive dissonance, I think we call it, don't we? Base your cognitive dissonance, motherfuckers.
And maybe next time when CNN is pushing a Pfizer vaccine, people are like, oh, I don't know if I want to take that. And then Facebook and Twitter and Instagram are fact-checking that and censoring people and doctors that speak out against it. Think twice and then think one more time.
Yes, thank you, anonymous American friend. Any final words?
These people do not care about you or I, they care about themselves.
Now we have a little game to play. We're going to roll 2 random bits of footage, and we're going to see if you can guess what they have in common. Okay? Shouldn't be too hard.
You have a piece of crack cocaine, no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, 1/4 of $1. We passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. judge doesn't have a choice. Under our forfeiture statutes, the government can, take everything you own. Everything from your car to your house, your bank account, not merely what they confiscate in terms of the dollars from the transaction that you've just got caught engaging in. They can take everything. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society. They are in jail, away from my mother, your husband, our families. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street.
With all this other stuff going on, we've totally neglected to talk about 5G for a while, but that is the silent killer waiting to get turned on and fry everyone. Fucking Jesus Christ. But anyway, check this out. You can't deny this. This is evidence you can, bet on, money joke. It was a shit joke. Anyway.
Thing to show you how these people are evil. Alright, the new £20 note, yeah? That is a 5G tower. Can you see the hologram? Can you see the rings going around the 5G tower? That is the radiation that it will give off. And lo and behold, above it is the sign for coronavirus. Can you see it? Right in front of everybody's face. Yeah, there you go. Evil. Look at the hologram. Look at the rays going around it. The colors of the thing. That is the radiation off of a 5G tower. And above it is a symbol for coronavirus. There you go. The devil is real.
Well, I fought very well. I think I put up a good fight. My defense felt very good. She hit me a few times, yes, but all in all, I think I fought pretty good. Huh? Did you say something?
And before we head out tonight, we're going to leave you with the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot. I swear to God, that's her name, and this person really does exist, and she's a mayor. She sounds like a Muppet, man, and and it looks like she's been on cocaine bender for the last fucking 8 years. So I don't know. This is a real life woman. It took me ages to accept that, but yeah, this woman exists in reality. Anyway, this is the fake news, but this woman isn't fake. This is one of her press conferences.
Last week, I asked you about Chicago's out-of-control shootings and murders. You said that crime was down. That weekend, we had 70-plus shootings. Last night alone, we had 30-plus shootings. Do you still believe that crime in Chicago is down?
So what I said to you last week, what the superintendent said today over and over again, and what the data tells us is this. When you look at homicides and shootings from April, May, and June, we are trending downward. Is anybody satisfied with where we are? No. But the data is the data, and it is absolutely trending down. And I know from my conversations with other mayors across the country, every major city in the United States since 2020 is seeing a surge in violence. New York, LA, Atlanta, DC, across the board. But what we are seeing here in Chicago is a downward trend, both in homicides and in shooting. Again, are we satisfied? Because what you're saying is, hey, wait, there was a shooting someplace in our neighborhood. Yeah, there are shootings. But what we're seeing in the data is a year-over-year, month-over-month decline, and that is progress. Yes, sir.
Control race riot in which almost every member of the city of Chicago was, in fact, a victim, seems to be playing with those numbers just a little bit. Last night, I think you were on Chicago Tonight. You said that 99.9% of the criticism of you is because you're a black woman. Do you honestly believe that, considering the way the city council... The city council of Chicago is obviously made up of many black women who criticize you. Do you really believe that the criticism of you is 99.9% based on the fact that you're a black woman?
So you said about 15 things, most of which were wrong. So let's let's deconstruct some of that. We didn't have race riots last summer. That's no, 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 no.
That's what fucking crazy people do. Just remember that. Remember, crazy. No, no, no.
Sir, you're wrong. You're wrong, and I know that you like to be controversial, but no, you do. Sir, are you going to let me answer? Or are you just going to keep talking like you did the last time? We're allowing you in here. I would like you to follow the same. I would like you to follow the same courtesy and rules that every other member of the press does. I know you have political aspirations. I know those political aspirations haven't been fulfilled. You're a failed political candidate over and over again. But what you don't have the right to do is make up facts. We did not have race riots in our city last year. That's just wrong. And again, yeah, that's wrong. And it's incendiary. Now, I know that's what Newsmax likes to do, but I'm not going to let you take liberty with the facts. Not in front of me. You're not going to get away with that. So let's go to the next question.
You're not going to answer my question.
I answered your question. Your question, frankly, was insulting. You said race riots. You said you conflated the fact that there are members of color on the city council, and that somehow I don't have a right to say, as a black woman, as a lesbian, that I don't believe my belief that some of the criticism is based solely on the basis of my gender and my race. That's my personal. That's my personal opinion, sir. You don't have a right to criticize my personal opinion. So I think I've answered your question as best I can, and now we're moving on.
Hey man, I've seen a lot of fucking freaky shit in my time. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Little pedophile, Satan shit, yeah. You don't want to know what I've seen. Roar! I'm a lion! Seriously though, can I get me? Can I get in a powder though? Or do you have to shoot me with it, really? Oh, whatever, cool. Just hit me up. Let's go. Roar!